The Gaza catastrophe, a death toll beyond measure. The world watches in horror as the death toll in the Gaza conflict surpasses 40,000. This is not just a number, it represents shattered lives and families torn apart. The conflict has inflicted unimaginable suffering, particularly on the most vulnerable women and children. Their stories, often untold, paint a grim picture of the human cost of this relentless conflict. The world must not become desensitized to these tragedies. We must remember that behind each number is a human being with hopes, dreams, and loved ones. The international community bears a moral imperative to act decisively and prevent further bloodshed.
The United Nations has issued an urgent call for a ceasefire in Gaza. The stakes could not be higher. Every passing moment, without a cessation of hostilities, brings more suffering and death. A ceasefire is not merely a political objective, it is a humanitarian imperative. The UN's plea reflects the global consensus that the violence must stop. The international community must exert all its diplomatic weight to ensure that the warring parties lay down their arms and engage in meaningful dialogue. The alternative is unthinkable, a descent into further chaos and bloodshed.
In the midst of despair, there is a flicker of hope. Negotiations are underway in Qatar, aiming to broker a lasting ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. These talks represent the best chance for peace, however fragile that hope may seem. Key players, including the United States and Egypt, are working tirelessly to mediate between the two sides. Their role is crucial in bridging the divides and finding common ground. The international community must support these efforts and encourage all parties to engage in good faith.
The international community's response to the Gaza crisis has been marked by division and a lack of unified action. While many countries have condemned the violence and called for a ceasefire, concrete actions to end the conflict have been limited. The United Nations Security Council, the body tasked with maintaining international peace and security, has been largely ineffective in addressing the crisis due to disagreements among its permanent members. This lack of unity has hampered efforts to find a peaceful resolution and hold the parties accountable for their actions. The international community must overcome its divisions and work together to find a sustainable solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. A failure to act decisively will only prolong the suffering of innocent civilians and further destabilize an already volatile region.